What it do, crypto fam? It's your boy Crypto Bro 9000, back with another segment of that OG crypto funk. We're gonna shoot it straight off. We're gonna be saying goodbye to Klaus Schwab, and as always, XRP is getting new developments and continuously strengthening their position in this crypto space. So without further ado, check it out. Didn't see this coming. Klaus Schwab resigns as chairman of the World Economic Forum, effective immediately. He founded the World Economic Forum in '71, so he's been there from the jump. I saw some posts on X that said that the $52 million in USA that Trump cut from their funding might have influenced his exit. It's unverified, but you never know. This part. He and the World Economic Forum have been vocal about the potential of blockchain and cryptocurrency. And under his leadership, the World Economic Forum positioned itself as a platform for shaping policies that integrate emerging tech like crypto into the global economy. His resignation could signal a shift in the World Economic Forum's priorities or their influence. But we're going to see. This is definitely a significant event, but the impact that it has on crypto can be considered indirect. So right here is from my girl, Amelie. Fox News talks about buying a house for cryptocurrencies, and they referenced XRP. It's a trend that's growing. People using XRP and other cryptos to purchase real estate. And Fox highlighted how digital currencies are becoming a mainstream option for property transactions. And to me, that makes a lot of sense because right off the bat, you got faster transactions and you got reduced paperwork. But also, they covered price volatility and regulatory uncertainty. So we don't have regulatory uncertainties taken care of by mid-fall or the beginning of fall, so that's coming. You don't have to worry about that. But anyway, in any regard, crypto coming up, they're using it for all kinds of mainstream purposes and use cases. So it's just a matter of time. Diamond hands, diamond grave hand onto your bags and just wait. You see what's coming down the pike. So just hold on. Here's another from Amelie. Yeah, this went down yesterday. They launched standard XRP futures representing 10,000 XRP and nano XRP futures that represented 500 XRP, and those were for the retail traders. Both of the contracts settled in USD. XRP's see, this is the part that tripped me out. XRP's active addresses surged by 68% between April 19th and the 20th, indicating heightened interest. But if you paid attention to the price, it declined by 1.26%. Yikes. Rosie Rios, former U.S. Treasurer and signer of more $100 bills than anyone in the history of $100 bills. She just dropped this bombshell. There is no doubt digital assets are going mainstream, and it's the underlying tech that matters. For Ripple, this is huge. XRP's blockchain is built for fast, cheap cross-border payments, exactly the kind of innovation she's hyping. Her words signal growing acceptance of crypto by financial heavyweights, which could supercharge Ripple's push into the banks and institutions. With Klaus Schwab's exit shaking things up, Ripple's tech could shine even brighter as they go to mainstream finance. And XRP bulls, this is your moment. Here from 589 Bull. Hidden Road just secured FINRA approval for a broker-dealer license, and that was on April 17th. Translation: Wall Street just handed the keys to the front door. Hidden road. They're not building this for fun. They're building it for what's coming. You think XRP, XDC, and tokenized markets are for speculators? Nah. They're being wired for institutions. And they're almost done. See, Rosie Rios says that the digital assets are going mainstream. And Hidden Road's new federal license proves it. Acquired by Ripple for $1.25 billion. It's like everybody got to say that. It's like throwing it up in somebody's face. Acquired by Ripple for $1.25 billion. Hidden Road was going to use this license to expand its fixed income prime brokerage offering institutional clients regulatory compliant clearing, financing, and trading. By integrating Ripple's RLUSD stablecoin and XRP ledger for faster, cheaper settlements, Hidden Road's bridging TradFi and crypto. This boosts XRP's utility and adoption, potentially driving its value higher as institutions jump in.
We'll use RLUSD as collateral. Then that's essentially enabling the bridging of the digital asset space to TradFi, which is extremely exciting. Also, the XRP ledger will be used as a post-trade for all of Hidden Road's prime brokerage services. We also see that this captive audience of 300 institutional customers is a really interesting portfolio of customers that will and do need digital asset infrastructure, which these customers will be able to take advantage of our payment and custody solutions as well.
The government seems to be also waking up to this notion that, hey, listen, we need to get moving here on creating proper regulation. There's also a lot of regulation, at least talk, around the stablecoin aspect of it. And how great would it be if every bank in the United States issued a stablecoin on a blockchain? Now that would connect it to real world society and solve real world problems.
I've often wondered if every bank had its own stablecoin, what would it be like, Like Citicoin, JPM Coin, BOA USD. All of this can reshape finance. And XRP is in a prime position to cash in big time. Banks need blockchain to power their stablecoins. XRPL is a perfect fit. It could be the pipes that connect all of them together. Remember Brad Garlinghouse said you have to start at connecting the repositories, which are the banks. Can you imagine XRP bridging Citicoin to JPM Coin in seconds, slashing fees, and fading Swift slow ass? Hidden Road is already paving the way. With the dynamic duo of XRP and RLUSD bringing banks into crypto with regulatory credit. Sounds right, but you know it. You know it. It ain't gonna be smooth. Hundreds of stable coins could fragment the market, and regulators are going to be watching closely. Competition from ETH or proprietary banks, blockchains could challenge XRP, and the Fed's take on modest tariff impacts keeps the market risk on. And that's good for crypto. Some of y'all on X talking about bank stable coins are centralized, but the XRP ledger is decentralized, and that's what makes this whole thing a winner. We definitely going to keep our eyes on this one, because this is front line.
As an economic historian and someone who's been in markets for 40 years, I actually think I'm starting to look like it now. It is, I think we're also at a unique moment geopolitically, and I could see in the next few years that we are going to have some kind of a grand global economic reordering. It was something on the equivalent of a new Bretton Woods, or if you want to go back, like something back to the Steel Agreements or the Treaty of Versailles, there's a very good chance that we are going to have to have that over the next 4 years, and I'd like to be a part of it.
As you can see, crypto giants Circle, BitGo, Coinbase, and Paxos are looking to apply for bank charter licenses to offer deposit and loan services and, be just like regular banks. This move comes as Congress progresses with stablecoin legislation requiring issuers to be federally chartered or licensed, Wall Street reported. Okay, so you got the crypto giants like Coinbase, BitGo, Circle, and Paxos going for U.S. banking licenses. And you know what? It's a slap to the face of Elizabeth Warren and Jamie Dimon and their pit bull, gumdrop Gary Gensler. They weaponized the SEC to crush crypto. And look, here we are. They couldn't stop it. But you know what? To me, it's all cap. Because the more I think about it, the more I realize stuff like when Ripple first showed on the scene and, let's say, threatened Swift, isn't it more likely to be in the narrative of Swift buying the emerging technology? Because that's what big companies do. They buy the emerging technology and make it their own. So why didn't they do that? Like, Apple did with the Beats. Yeah, you still got Beats, but you notice how AirPods became just the shiznit after they acquired the technology that Dr. Dre and Jimmy Iovine were using for the Beats. It's not far-fetched. Even Facebook went to MySpace and tried to sell Facebook to MySpace, but MySpace is probably regretting it right now. So it's not anything out of line for it's nothing that hasn't been done before. So why didn't they buy it? So I think that not only that the banks have always been in collusion with XRP, I think the banks invented XRP, and this was their long play. I really do. I don't know. But I'm going to leave a link about an article in the description below. It kind of makes sense. And if you're with conspiracy, sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. But if you're conspiracists, or you're conspiracy theorists, then you might enjoy it, And if you do, let me know. Leave a comment below, and I'll hit you back and collaborate with you on what you think down in the comments below. Anyways, crypto fam, none of this has been financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just putting you up on game and letting you know that I'm going to stock my dimes next to their dollars and let you see what they're doing, because I know sometimes y'all are caught up in the day-to-day life and y'all are not paying attention to what they're doing. But they're building this. They have virtually built this under our noses, and it's not too late to catch up. It's not too late to grind in and get your bags up. Okay? So, crypto fam, I'll catch y'all in these crypto streets. And hit that like button. And if you haven't, subscribe. 9,000.